So I got the shower in the corner. I got the shower pan itself from Icon. It's 24 by 27, and it ended up with it 3.5 inches up off the floor to make room for the plumbing to go under it. And then the toilet itself, I got the toilet tank from Icon also, and it's designed to be installed inside like it is. So you just set it, and then you build a framework around it to hold it in place, and then the plumbing goes straight out the bottom, which really makes it nice, because I didn't want to have a lot of ground clearance underneath. In other words, this trailer only has a 3-inch frame, and I wanted to try to hide away most of the plumbing to keep it from getting drug off on the ground in rough country. So the biggest deal then is you have to try to get the gray water tank, which is just under the shower, to connect to the black water tank to drain it. So what I did, when I installed the front black tank, or excuse me, the gray tank, I plumbed it in with just regular clear tubing, and then hooked it to a drill, actually a drill pump, so I can hook my cordless drill to it. And when I'm ready, I open the black tank to drain it, and then I just run my drill and what it does, it takes all the water out of the gray tank, and I plumbed it into the vent for the black tank. So as you're draining the black, then all the gray water comes in and flushes all the black water out down the same tube. That kept me from having to figure out all the plumbing underneath. So it just made what was going to be a plumbing nightmare into something that just went really smooth. On the shower itself, after I got the shower pan installed, then I put a sheet of thin plywood on the 3 sides, and I got the cheap, I guess it's $20 a sheet plastic from the old Depot store, and cut it and glued it on so that anything that drips down because of the plywood, it will make it go directly into the pan. As you can see, I didn't even clean the pan good. It's still got some glue and stuff from when I glued everything together. So after that, you just caulk up the corners, and it tied in pretty good. But I needed something at the very base of it right here, because that would leave a spot for water to drip and get straight down on the floor. So that's a piece of 3/4 PVC, and I just cut a slot in it with the old oscillating tool, and it just slipped over that nice edge there, and it gives you a drip edge. Keeps all the water from getting directly out on the floor or getting into the wood. So on the outside, I wanted to try to keep it looking more like a cargo trailer and tried to hide everything. So what I did, my water line comes and stops just about level with the bottom of the trailer, so I can hook straight to it, but you really can't see it unless you get under there and look for it. I pretty much did the same thing with my gas line, plumbed it down and turned it to where it's easy to get to, but unless you're really looking for it, you really don't see it. So now underneath, you can see there's the black water drain valve, and it is just about as high up as it'll go. It only sticks down below the trailer maybe 3 inches. And over here, you can see how I plumbed out my gray water tank. That's just a regular 3-inch cap, and I drilled it and tapped it 3/4 at the very bottom and glued it on. And that allows me to hook my little clear hose into the drill pump. So overall, this just really made it easier than trying to get plumbing to go from the gray water tank to the black water tank, get it all hooked up with 2 drain valves, etc., etc. This just made it life a lot easier. So y'all keep track. I'll show more later.